6th level, you'll get Sunbeam.
Mm-hmm.
8th level, you'll get Sunburst. There's nothing for 7th level.
Okay.
And 9th level, you get Power Word Heal.
Nice.
And then you get some new features. The first feature is a 2nd level Cleric feature. You can expend a use of your Channel Divinity to fuel your spells. As a bonus action, you touch your holy symbol, utter a prayer, and regain 1 expended spell slot, the level of which can be no higher than half your proficiency bonus, rounded up.
Okay.
The number of times...
expend the use of...
Channel Divinity.
Okay.
And you can regain an expended spell slot up to half of your proficiency bonus, rounded up.
Okay.
And so, let's see here, at level...
That means you get 3 forever.
Okay.
All right, 13th level on, you get a 3rd level spell, or 2nd or 1st or whatever.
And at your level, you can do this twice per long rest.
Okay. 1 spell slot.
And that ability is called Harness Divine Power.
Okay.
Well, especially they're cheap. We had a holiday, right?
And that ability, okay.
And then you can when you were at 4th level, you can swap out one of the cantrips that you learned for another cantrip if you like.
Okay.
And pretty much you can do that at any point where you gain an ability score, or where you get to improve an ability score. You can, so every level that, so 4th, 8th, etc., you can swap a cantrip if you'd like.
Nice. Okay.
So that's probably a good portion of your cantrip list if you want to swap them out. And then at 8th level, you get Blessed Strikes. Well, hold on. So it is your option. You can use Blessed Strikes as a replacement for Divine Strike or the Potent Spellcasting feature. When a creature takes damage from one of your cantrips or weapon attacks, you can also deal 1d8 radiant damage to that creature. Once you deal this damage, you cannot use the feature again until the start of your next turn.
Okay. So I add how much?
So if you're going to replace Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting, you would add 1d8 radiant damage to any weapon attacks or cantrips.
Okay. I'll do that, I think.
And so those actually are the same for, well, actually for Aaron, you're only 1st level, so you have access to the new spells, but that's it.
Right.
new spells?
So,
I don't.
third level is Aura of Vitality and Spirit Shroud.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And then, hold on here. Let's look. Those are feats. You get access to some new spells, including cantrips, for the first level of Warlock.
Okay.
So cantrips, you would have access to Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, Mind Sliver, and Sword Burst.
Alright.
And then from there it's third level and up, which I don't think you have access to yet.
Nope.
And let's see here, Rogue. I'm gonna get some stuff for Rogue. So at third level, you get Steady Aim. As a bonus action, you give yourself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn. You can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved during the turn, and after you use the bonus action, your speed is 0 until the end of your current turn. So basically, you're giving up your movement as a bonus action to get advantage on your attack.
And that if you do your bonus action and then you do your attack, is it the next? You skip one and it's the next one?
Let's see here. You can use this bonus action. I don't know if you haven't. No, because you can actually use your bonus action at any point in the turn. So you could use your bonus action to take aim and no movement, and then get advantage on your attack roll.
As long as you don't move.
Right. This is for Telfar. You get this too.
I saw and I remember.
I've been listening, but does this apply to me?
Yep. This is a new rogue feature that you get.
Sure.
And let's see here. Cancel. Let me see what you get. You're getting all the new stuff out of Tasha's here.
I was thinking about getting it, but decided to wait till next week.
Yeah, I hear that. So you get access to new spells.
We get off at 3 on Wednesday.
Starting with cantrips, you get new sorcerer spells: Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, Mind Sliver, and Sword Burst.
But only corporate. If you work at the property,
Pretty sure I already had those.
you get hers.
First level, you get access to Grease and Tasha's Caustic Brew.
And then say
That's where you mix
consider Christmas.
cheap beer with spicy hot V8 juice.
What's that?
Tasha's Caustic Brew. It's where you mix cheap Steel Reserve with
Steel Reserve.
tomato spicy
tomato
hot
juice.
spicy hot tomato juice. Second level, Flame Blade, Flaming Sphere, Magic Weapon,
Sunday we get Monday.
and Tasha's Mind Whip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then we get like 4th of July.
And third level, Intellect Fortress and Vampiric Touch.
And then I
4th level, Fire Shield.
All the typical
5th level, Bigby's Hand.
because we don't get
6th level, Flesh to Stone, Odaluke's Freezing Sphere, and Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Labor Day. So they give us a floating holiday.
And 7th level, Dream of the Blue Veil.
I think we give Memorial Day.
8th level, Demi-Plane. And 9th level, Blade of Disaster. Which that sounds like a fun spell.
Wait, was that only?
That was all for cancel.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Remember, there was
And you get some new meta magic options. The first one is Seeking Spell. If you make an attack roll for a spell and miss, you can spend 2 sorcery points to re-roll the d20, and you must use the new roll. You can use Seeking Spell even if you have already used a different metamagic option during the casting of the spell.
Oh my god, like a month of December shot, you know.
And then the next one is Transmuted Spell. When you cast a spell that deals a type of damage from the following list, you can spend 1 sorcery point to change that damage type to one of the other listed types: Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, Poison, or Thunder.
Oh yeah, and then like I have, having worked there for 3 years, I have 3 weeks vacation plus sick time, so another 40 hours of sick time.
And then you get Sorceress Versatility,
4 weeks of vacation.
which happened at 4th level, which means it actually happens at any level where you get an ability score improvement. You can replace one of the options you chose for a metamagic feature,
But the stipulation is that
or you can replace one cantrip you learned with another cantrip.
1 year to use it. And then it's gone. Regardless of if you have it, you can't save that.
And then at 5th level, you get Magical
Now I'm
Guidance.
a wizard, right?
Right.
You what?
I'm a wizard.
Oh, you are? I thought you were a sorcerer.
Right. We've had this one gal, and you get
Okay, hold on.
So, like, sabbatical, yeah.
Alright, just erase everything you wrote.
Right.
Alright, but Shauna.
So she's
I haven't written down anything because as soon as he started doing sorcery points, I was like, hold on.
So, let's see here.
And then she just took like every Friday off. She's like, that's the only way to really distribute this.
You could always just take some pictures.
Here, the only thing that wizards get, I mean, you get access to new spells, but we'll worry about that later. Cantrip formula, or you get cantrip formulas at 3rd level. You have scribed a set of arcane formulas in your spellbook that you can use to formulate a cantrip in your mind. Whenever you finish a long rest and consult those formulas in your spellbook, you can replace one wizard cantrip you know with another cantrip from the wizard spell list.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's actually quite handy.
But Washington
Um,
law that they had
Let me...
a cruising type
What is this all for?
This is new stuff that you get out of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Let's see.
So they added 40 hours of sick time on top of it. So I thought,
Okay, and then
Hello.
well, they didn't just
Let
add
me
section.
look up Paladin. Anthony, are you with us?
They'll have sick time.
Yes.
Cool.
Yay.
Okay, so...
I've been here, but yeah, you guys.
So you get access to a couple of new spells as well. But your main things... So, on your character sheet, do you have written down what your fighting style is? do you remember?
Do you earn it a little bit per pay period?
I think yours was like,
Dump it.
shit, I don't remember what yours was. I don't think you went Protector, did you? Anthony?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what your fighting style is?
Yeah, that's how they do it too.
Wait, yeah, probably on here.
Building it?
Yeah, I earn about.
Building a character does not require craft.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's on here.
Okay, so
Hold on here. I could probably look
and remember what you picked. Let me double check. So you had the choice of defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, or protection.
I probably chose great weapon fighting.
Well, with great weapon fighting, you only get the benefit if you're using... Oh, no, you get the benefit if you're using a two-handed or versatile property. So, yeah, you're probably right.
But yeah.
So basically what that means, when you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack you're making, you can re-roll that die.
Ooh.
So all those ones you roll for your weapon damage, you can re-roll those because... But you have to take the new die. You can't choose. You have to take the new one. So then there are some new options if you don't want to be great weapon fighting. You can be a blessed warrior. You learn 2 cantrips of your choice from the cleric spell list. They count as paladin spells for you, and charisma is your spellcasting ability for them. Whenever you gain a level in this class, you can replace one of these cantrips with another cantrip from the cleric spell list. That's an option. The other option, which actually for you I think great weapon fighting is still a good one, but that's my opinion. The other option is blind fighting. You have blind sight with a range of 100 feet. Within that range you can effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, even if you are blinded or in darkness. Moreover, you can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you.
Ooh, that one's not bad either.
Yeah, that one's kind of cool. And then the last one, if you want to choose that, would be interception. When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use a reaction to reduce the damage to the target by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so that's
You must be wielding a shield or a simple or martial weapon to use this reaction. So
I think I'm gonna take the blind side.
You want to take blind fighting? Okay. So, yeah, you have blind sight to a range of 10 feet. And you can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay. Shite. And so, wow. So Brody gets dedicated weapon, key fueled attack, quickened healing, and forced aim. If and you want them.
If and I want.
All right. So, give me just a moment, and we will get underway here.
Hey, Carl.
Yes.
What did we get as robes? I didn't have a chance to write it down. I was stuffing my face.
I think the one that I got was at level 3. We gained a class feature called Steady Aim, and that was the only one I got. Which you can, you can use your bonus action to give yourself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn. So you use your bonus first, and you say, okay, here it goes. I'm going to get advantage. And you only can do that if you have not moved. And then after you do it, you can't move. So basically you're sniping, or else you're standing toe to toe with somebody.
All right, here. Got that.
Thanks,
Use-
Carl. Yo.
I did a Google for it, and it popped up, and I did the cut and paste if you have a computer. But
Okay. So, welcome to Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
That is a lot of echo.
So, let's see here.
I'm not hearing it. So do you have 2 sources of audio?
Yeah, you might need to, Anthony, in Roll20 in the upper right corner, click on the gear icon.
That's just really bad. Oh, okay. Gear.
The cog.
There it is.
And then scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see I want to broadcast to others, and I want to receive from others. Just set it for video only on both of those.
Oh, yeah, found it.
And then you'll probably have to click the reconnect button. There you go. That will probably fix that problem. So, as I was saying, welcome to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We have a couple of friends. If you're watching on Twitch, if you scroll down, you will see some tiles down there. The first one is a GoFundMe to help save the Enchanted Forest. The Enchanted Forest is a fantasy-themed and fairy tale-themed amusement park here just outside of Salem, Oregon. And they were hit pretty hard with the pandemic and were not able to open. And when they were finally able to open, it was extremely limited. And they did the best that they could, but finally they got to the point where they are going to have to ask for help. Or else the bank will foreclose and take their property. And they are a family-run business. Mr. Tofty, who is the founder of Enchanted Forest, he's in his 90s and still works out at the amusement park every day. So it's not like he's not putting in the time and effort. It's just, you know, the times are what they are and they need some help. So we realize that everybody is strapped financially. If you can give anything, that would be a great help. The next one that you'll see there is TNC. That stands for Talon Claw. They make wooden DM screens and dice vaults, and they have a line of leather dice trays. And I just ordered some wood drink coasters, and I got a set of 9 of them, and each coaster is a different character class. This one is for the Dungeon Master. And so yeah, go ahead and check them out. And the next one is for the Speechless Bard. Her and her husband, he creates handcrafted dungeon terrain, and she creates handcrafted leather items such as covers for your core rulebooks and leather dice bracelets. And they have a wonderful line of products. You'll definitely want to look into them. And last but not least is the Fable Beard Company. They create a line of beard products such as balms, oils, and beard butter. And each scent profile is based on a different fantasy hero. Right now, the one that I'm currently wearing is Jack Frost, which smells like pine, cedar, fir, and a peppermint chill. They have another whole bunch of other ones, such as the Marksman, the Savior, and several other scent profiles. So you'll definitely want to check them out. I would have to say they're one of the better brands that I've ever tried. It has been a really long week. So where we left off last week, I know that you guys were in Kolat Towers and you'd kind of been split up a bit. Let's see here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Who am I missing? There's Aaron. There's Narate. Oh, how am I missing Telfar? Well, that's... Oh, there's Telfar. I don't know why
I put Telfar in case 16 because I thought that's where Telfar stopped.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is right. You guys had gone up to the section of the tower with the broken stairwell. That is right. And Telfar, if I remember correctly, you had flown up to the door at the top of the stairs. This is making more sense. Sorry, like I said, it's been a long week and I have a hard time remembering where everybody was at. I think it was more like that.
Yeah, we killed all the mobs and then we climbed the spot.
Right.
So with the broken like floor and stuff, you said it was wooden and it was held up by adamantine clamps, right?
So, yeah, let me reread the room for 16 here. So when you walked into this room, there is bits of clay, stone, bone, and metal on the floor. There is a wooden table in the middle of the room. The floor creaks and tilts when stepped on, and it can be seen to be detached from the wall. So there's a gap between where the floor and the wall meets. And at 4 locations on the floor, there are adamantine clamps that are holding the floor in place.
How
And
big are the clamps?
they're large. It doesn't say exactly how big they are, but these are big clamps that are holding this floor in place. And you got to figure they're pretty big because, let's see, this room, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, is 50 feet across. So it's 50 feet in diameter. So these clamps are going to be pretty big. And there's a clamp here and a clamp here. And so these clamps are, I guess there's only 2 clamps, but anyways, these clamps are holding this floor in place. And then there is there was at one time a wooden stairwell. Where did 16 go? There was a wooden staircase that once climbed 20 feet to the next level, but it has rotted and partially collapsed to the floor. That's what's going on in 16. In 15, we're going to move ahead and say that Shamish, Brody, and Cancel have moved up to 15. Or actually, no. You guys are... Let me double check something here.
I kind of want to take the clamps since they're adamantine.
No, they're a part of the tower, so yeah, they're literally a part of the tower holding. Well, hold on, we'll get to that in just a second. So
Or we can just make the tower collapse. We're fine with that too.
right, there's always that option.
This is in Waterdeep, and we don't own this property, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, you didn't even see if there was a for sale sign or, Airbnb out front. You don't know. You just kind of
Basically, we've gone complete criminal at this point. We've broken into somebody's home and we're murdering people.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, since the residents of the home are Zentarim. So I don't know that that's really that big of an issue.
What if I borrow 12 Rush Wings? Once everybody gets to the next level, I take out the lamps.
So
Mine out lamps.
Where is this stairwell to K12? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where they're wanting people to go with this map here. Oh, I see. So, no, you guys aren't here. Gotcha. I know where you're at. Okay. So Shamish, and because Brody wasn't here last session, we're gonna lump him with Cancel and Shamish. So these guys had gone up the tower, right? And they got all the way to the top, and then mistakes were made, and I know at least Shamish fell all the way down, and there's 20 feet between levels, so luckily he had a token of Featherfall, and he floated all the way down to K4 on the map, and there were 2 gargoyles down there, and then further up they got into a fight with a guy and tossed him over the ledge, and he made it all the way down, and so then they ended up fighting him too. It was a cluster. But you guys have made it back up the stairs, and you are in K6, and Cancel, make a perception check.
Let's see. 3.
You what?
I'm gonna be a little bit getting a phone call. Yeah, we're back on the list.
Melissa's gonna be gone a little bit because she takes a phone call from family.
Okay. So what'd you get, Cancel?
3 total.
Wow.
Hey, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Okay, I can do math.
Yes, well. So, Brody, make your perception check, and Shamish, make a perception check.
Perception. 14.
Ooh.
I have a passive of 19.
So you should have the perception skill.
Oh, okay. So it's 19. I rolled a 10.
Nice. So both of you succeeded. So you can hear some noise coming from the other side of the door. So there are these. So to make matters worse with the tower, some of these staircases are invisible, and so if you move faster than half your movement rate going up the stairs, you're going to have to make a dex save, unless you can magically see invisibility, like with True Sight or something like that. But otherwise, if you move faster than half your movement speed going up and down the stairs, then you have to make a dex save, otherwise, which is what led to them falling down to the bottom. So on the other side of this door, so there's this platform, and then across this platform, in a very strange place, it is 8 feet across, open space over this area. There's a ledge, and there are 2 high-backed rolled leather chairs, and there are 2 chests. And then you know that there is an invisible staircase that goes up 20 feet to the next level. And there is a door going to the northwest here that you can hear some sound on the other side of the door. And you guys had already come through this area. You know that when you came up, there was Yorn the Terror, who is a half-orc that was sitting in that room. Sounds like he's gearing up.
Yeah, reminder, Quill went down there and did his best to bar that door.
Right. But it's barred from this side. So from K6 side. What did Quill do to bar that door?
We didn't role play it much. That was his intent. Tell me what the door looks like, which way it swings, and that sort of thing, and we can go for it. Or just say he did his best.
So the door swings into K7.
If there's any kind of loop, then he would have stuck a staff or some piece of wood through like a looped handle or a pole or something like that, so that
there probably is some kind of bar, or either a loop or a bar, but I don't necessarily know that putting any. I mean, he could bar it with like with his quarterstaff if he wanted to, but knowing you. So he came up there through K7 with you, knowing that there is a half-orc in there. Probably a quarterstaff is not going to be too much of a deterrent to if he really wants to open that door. But Quill is a spellcaster. That,
yeah,
of course, could be an option. So
yeah, he's got that, but it's he doesn't have that memorized. Rituals take too long.
Ritual wouldn't stop him. So hold on here.
I say we take the fight to him.
That's always your guys' answer. Let's see here.
Is that Anthony?
No, that's Liam.
That's, what's his character name?
Naruto, yeah. Yeah, that looks good.
What's Anthony's character name?
Shamish, the Dragonborn Paladin. Ooh, he...
Once Quill figures out that that's not a very defensible door, he moves away from that.
So Yorn, on the other side of the door, comes to the door and grabs it and pulls. He needed to get a 15 to break the staff and yank the door open. He rolled a 14. So this staff is bending, to the limit that it's going to. It is at the limit of what it can do to hold this door. It's not going to take too much more for old Yorn here to break the door open. What do you guys? So Brody, Cancel, and Shamish. What do you guys want to do being on this side of the door? He is a half-orc gladiator.
I'm gonna get ready to cast Levitate.
You're going to do what?
Get ready to cast Levitate.
Okay. Yeah, a half-orc gladiator can't do anything if he's floating, right?
I'll have ready in action.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm ready in action for the first thing that walks through that door gets hit with a smite.
Okay, well, you're basically readying an action to attack the first thing that comes through the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty much.
And what would Brody like to do?
I'll just step off to the side of the
Yeah.
door.
Shamish,
Trip
I have a challenge for you. Make sure nothing actually gets through the door.
So,
Challenge accepted.
I will bring up
Wait,
the
am
turn
I
order.
not with Shamish?
No, you're upstairs.
I want to lay on the floor.
I didn't. I thought I fell down too.
You might have. So let's move you back down there.
And Ricky,
It doesn't matter. I mean, we're just starting out. So what would Norate like to do to ready himself?
Probably also ready in action to hit whatever the hell bird comes out of that door.
I'm going to ready a what does Spirit Shroud do?
That is.
I gotta turn on the
Did you hear me? I want to just lay across the bottom of the door.
So that they just trip right over you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold on, and I will look up Spirit Shroud.
Also, do auras last over time?
I will look, but for Spirit Shroud, it is a 3rd level necromancy spell. Has casting time of 1 bonus action. Does require concentration up to a minute. You call for spirits of the dead which flit around you for the spell's duration. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, your choice, when you cast the spell. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. In addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every two slot levels above 3rd. So in other words, you would have to, if you cast it at 5th level, it would then do 2d8 damage. If you cast it at 6th or 7th level, it would do 3d8, etc.
Yeah, I will cast Spirit Shroud on myself. And what do auras do? Like,
So
what
auras.
would Aura of Purity do?
Okay. Let's see here. I don't know. Let's find out.
I kind of want to cast Fear. What's Stone Skin?
Stone Skin would give you resistance.
No, wait, it's not good.
So,
Huh?
aura of... You want to know what Stone Skin does?
Yeah.
It gives you resistance.
Oh, magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Right. Let's see here. Aura. So, Aura of Purity, 4th level Abjuration, concentration up to 10 minutes. Purifying energy radiates from you in an aura within a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the aura, including yourself, cannot become diseased, has resistance to poison damage, and has advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any of the following conditions: blind, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. Aura of Life, basically the same type of thing. It Each non-hostile creature in the area or in the aura, including yourself, has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point maximum cannot be reduced. In addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura with 0 hit points.
Did I tell you that for this thing?
So that's what auras do.
Aura. Okay. I think I'm going to cast a 5th level Spirit Shroud and ready a 7th level Inflict Wounds.
Okay. Alright.
Would I add my Blessed Strikes? Would I add my Blessed Strikes to my touch attack?
No. It has to take damage from one of your cantrips or a weapon attack. So the spell has to be a cantrip or it has to be a weapon attack.
Okay.
So inflict wounds being a regular spell.
Level Inflict Wounds and a 5th level Spirit. I'll cast a 5th level Spirit Shroud on myself.
Okay. Alright, so here.
Let me go first, guys.
Yeah, I think a whole bunch of stuff's gonna happen here.
We got the roll me on this.
Okay.
Oh. That's enormous.
Yeah, he's not really that big. There we go.
I kind of want to cast Fear on this thing. Don't do it. We'll just kill him real quick. Well, if he's afraid of me, he can't move. And he's within 10 feet of me. Then use your action for that. Yeah, maybe I should. We could just kill him though. I'll kill him. You cast Fear. Yeah, my smites last a while, so I could just change that and be like, yeah.
Oh. All right, everybody roll initiative. Let's see
25.
what it all happens here.
Anthony, roll against me. Alright. Huh? I said okay. D20.
I got 30, but I'm not really doing anything.
Yeah, roll a d20. I got 25 initiative as well because my thing. What did you get? I rolled a 19
Oh, come on.
against you.
I also rolled a 19.
Ow!
What'd you get?
30.
Wow. Cancel. What'd you get?
11. 18, Anthony.
Yeah, you beat me.
Yeah, I'll go first then.
So you guys get, more or less, you're going to get a surprise round. So Yorn shoves the door up and it breaks the quarterstaff that is blocking it. And the first thing that has to happen is Yorn needs to make a dex save. No. So Yorn, hold on here. I don't think cancel's going to be right in front there.
Yeah, I would kind of be right.
Yorn comes through the door and Brody just laid down in front of the door. And Yorn kicks the door open and comes running through and trips over Brody and falls prone.
Yay! Advantage against him now.
So, Narate, with your readied action, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. 20. Wait, let's see if I can. Nope. 26 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
53 damage.
Jesus. Yeah, inflict wounds is a pretty brutal spell. I mean, alright.
I mean, that's actually kind of low, because on both of my extra d8s for the spiritual, I rolled 1 and a 2.
Yeah. So,
A lot of 5s in the d10s, though.
Shamish, go ahead and make your ready attack action. Yeah, this is before regular combat even takes place.
With advantage.
I know.
Yeah, surprise can also be rather brutal. As it should be. I mean, I'm not going to say that surprise is OP because, you know, ambush sucks, man. If you're on the receiving end of an ambush, it sucks.
Oh, wait, yeah, I gotta hit first.
Yeah, that helps.
26 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Sorry about that.
Are you planning out your...
Just look.
I'm going to punch this guy in the taint.
I'm just gonna grab him.
So how much did you do?
I'm still counting.
Okay.
What do they call that thing? Where they shove the finger up the butt? 1,000 years of death.
52 damage.
Yikes. Okay. Okay. Let's see here.
I have a second attack.
Cancel. What do you want to do with your surprise attack?
Exactly what I was planning to do originally. I'm gonna cast Levitate.
Okay.
Make DC 18 con save.
Okay. Nope, he got a 7. And that's when I stopped using that dice.
Going up.
I don't know why, but these big dice just roll like shit for me. Like all of them. Like I got 2 plastics and 1 metal. They all roll like crap.
Well, yeah, I thought you would go upstairs.
Okay, so Yorn is now sideways and levitating up off the floor. And we will be into regular combat, Brody. So you could use, you're basically prone at this point. You could use half your movement to stand up, and he's now floating in the air.
To grab him on the ground. So I'll just
Well,
stand up.
you could grab him and whip him around.
Just annoying him.
I'll just stay on the ground.
Okay, so do you want to
I'll
ready in
take dodge,
action?
I guess.
No, you're gonna take dodge. Okay. Okay. Norte, what do you want to do?
I'm going to. So is he 10 feet in front of me?
Feet.
I'm sorry. What now?
Is he 10 feet above me, or
Yes.
is he within 5 feet of me?
So he's within 5 feet of you, but he's floating.
Okay, and he's prone.
And yeah, I mean, he's floating. So, I mean, that's its own set of hurdles of challenges. I would say that you would have advantage on your attack.
I'm going to attack him with my at my great axe.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That hits.
My total damage. $29 damage.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't know that Yorn's going to be around much longer. Take Yorn.
See, we were gonna cut him down anyway.
Okay, did you have anything you want to do with a bonus action?
You best not mess with the ritual. No, I am good.
Okay. Shamish, what would you like to do?
Murder hobos.
Yes.
He's levitating, right?
Yes, you have advantage.
Okay. Advantage again. There's no point in casting fear if he's already kind of just stuck in place anyway, so.
Yeah, that's just going to make a mess. Because now he's going to be floating and pissing himself. So, you know.
Squirming.
Squirming. No, get away from me.
No, there's no point. Nat 20 to hit.
Nice.
Nice.
He knows how to play this.
Dear God, the next I did advantage just to see what I would get, and I rolled a nat 1 right after.
You're flying at the extremes.
I'm not even gonna have to. I'm not throwing any stuff. He's not looking too good. I'll just throw out. Oh yeah, I can. I'll just. 26 damage.
Okay. So, Yorn is no more.
That was easy.
Well, yeah, when you have advantage for essentially 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Upstairs. I can find it.
The door's a mimic.
Oh God.
So, actually, so the door to the door that Yorn came out of to the northwest, there is another door to the southwest. Yep, right there. That you haven't been through yet. Or you can attempt to go up the invisible stairs. However, you can hear like a very faint sound that sounds like muffled yelling coming from somewhere above you.
Let's go through the door.
Okay.
The door we haven't been through.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere we haven't.
Okay. God, I'm getting some lag.
Yeah, me too.
There we go. So in this room, there are 3 single beds that are kind of bunched up, that are less than an arm's length apart, beneath a staircase that heads up. At the foot of each bed is a wooden chest.
It's a mimic. It's 100% a mimic.
So there are 3 chests.
Is this K17?
K8.
8. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll get to you guys.
A perception check to see what the chest of the mimic.
I will get to you guys upstairs in just a moment. But yeah, there are 3 chests, and the chests have brass plaques on them that are labeled with names. There is, the first one is Arid Pano, the next chest is labeled as Havi Termic, and the third chest is Savra Firethorn.
I want to open the third one.
Okay, so you open the chest, and inside you find a set of common clothes, a spare spell component pouch, candles, ink, pens, paper, and $9 gold pieces.
So, a bunch of nerd stuff.
There is also a spell book.
Cancel. Here you go. Here's your third spellbook.
And in this spell book, it contains Comprehend Languages, Phantasmal Force, and Phantom Steed.
Just FYI, at one point we hit the mother lode of spell books. So
That's true.
back at the Troll Skull, we've got pretty much whatever you need.
That's true.
Yeah, so special pack.
Yeah, we got like 5 different spell books. Hansel's using like 2 of them. Including, no, this one, that would make it like 6.
Isn't there one that's covered in human skin?
Yes, that's
like
one of the ones Hansel's using, I think.
Yeah, that spellbook you believe to be Arcturia the Lich's spellbook.
I think that's the crazy one that's got just about anything you want.
Yeah, it has time stop in it, so.
Yeah.
Comprehend Languages, Phantom Steed, what else? Something Force? School, something?
There is Comprehend Languages, Phantasmal Force, and Phantom Steed. The other two chests have the same things in it, for a total of 15 more gold pieces. Arid's spellbook has Burning Hands, Knock, and Lightning Bolt. And Javi's spellbook contains Charm Person, Detect Thoughts, and Major Image. And the muffled sound, the muffled yelling that you were hearing, you can hear a little bit more clearly, and it seems to be coming from up the stairs in K8. Meanwhile,
It was major image, detect thoughts, and what else in the last spellbook?
it is major image, detect thoughts, and charm person. So, meanwhile, up in K16, so Telfar has flown up the busted stairs and up to 20 feet to a door at the top. So, in this room, wait, where'd you go?
K16.
Yeah, no, you're not up there yet. Yep, that's where you are. So,
Not the same place?
no. I mean, yes, but we're not going to move over to that other map yet. So, in K16, so this room, there is, like I said, there's bits of claystone and bone that are all over the floor. There's a table in the middle of the room. Telfar and Aaron make a perception check.
Roll nat 20.
Okay. Along the wall over here, you see that there is a lever sticking up out of the floor.
I reckon clamps move this floor.
You what now?
The lever and the clamps.
Right.
Yeah, hold off on pulling that thing for just a minute.
Wait.
I mean, you know, levers were made to be pulled, but let's give us a chance to think about it.
Okay. So what would you guys like to do?
Dolphin is gonna look over at Aaron and go, "Where is everyone?"
Well, Quill is coming up the stairs because Quill did not like the fact that he couldn't reliably bar the door, so he's running to safety.
Okay.
When he gets there, he's going to cast Fly on himself and Aaron because the going up further requires it.
Okay. So Quill comes up the stairs and he carefully makes his way up the invisible stairs and he opens the door, and when he steps into the room he starts casting. And as soon as he starts to cast, the bits of metal, bone, and clay on the floor start to swirl around in the middle of the room, and they coalesce into an iron golem.
Okay, so Quill, having started it, goes ahead and completes it, and then slowly steps backwards onto the invisible stairs and pulls the door shut.
Let me find something good for a golem. I don't know if I have one. No, found a dead polar bear.
You know how many times I've looked for a dead polar bear?
Well, Chris, what's my twin blessing today?
Oh, that's right. You need a trigger blessing. Okay. Hold on here, and I will find out. That's better. Not really. is. You get the Charm of Restoration. It has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast one of the following spells. For 4 charges, you can cast Greater Restoration. For 2 charges, you can cast Lesser Restoration. Once all of the charges have been expended, it vanishes from you. And that is only good for this game session.
Alright.
Okay. So, you see this... I'm
Not a
sorry?
healing spell, right? That's like a removing diseases or poisons and stuff spell, is it?
More or less. Lesser Restoration is good for removing diseases, things like that, or remove curse. Greater Restoration is quite a bit more powerful. It can get rid of things like major curses. It can replace lost limbs, things like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you see this golem form, and it is ready to cause problems. Aaron, what would you like to do?
I say, see Quill step back after going holy shit, and then I'll say, okay, let's not wait. Pull the lever, and I'll since Telfar's right by the lever, and I'll go fly up as high as I can towards K17.
Okay, so
I don't know if that gets me out of the reach of the golem or not, because
So-
those were like 20-foot ceilings or something like that.
yes, so well, like yeah. So both Telfar and Aaron are flying, but Quill only was able to get off one spell. And so the golem is focused on Aaron. Are the two of you, do you want Quill to then use it on the next turn to cast Fly on himself as well?
When you cast it at higher levels, you can hit multiple people.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Quill is also flying. You watch and you can see that after about 6 seconds, the clamps on the floor go ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and open up, and the floor rotates and wobbles, causing this golem to have issues moving around, and it has to make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw or fall prone, and it does not. It gets a 7, and so the golem falls prone and is sliding around on the floor as this floor becomes unstable and it slides back and forth.
Yay!
So, are you continuing on into 17 then? I take it.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Well,
Aaron told Telfar to throw the switch, so
yeah. We didn't know what that would do, so we said, okay, let's go some chaos and stay out of its reach. We didn't know chaos was gonna.
He's gonna laugh a jolly good laugh and hit the switch on his way up to fly up and join Aaron wherever Aaron is next to the next door at the top of the broken stair.
Okay, so when you throw the switch, so you pull the lever and the floor stabilizes and the clamps relock in place.
Oh, well, push it back.
So the iron golem. The iron golem.
Can we just shoot him now while he's down, Aaron?
Oh yeah, we can just.
Let's just go take care of him real quick.
So
Yeah, we don't want our
So-
friends
He's
to.
talking about how useless we are.
So throwing the lever was Telfar's action. The iron golem is going to spend half of its movement to stand up, but
I can use a device as a bonus action because of my quick hand.
oh, that's right. So do you want to make an attack on the golem then?
Absolutely. So I use my bonus action to throw the lever, and I use a portion of my movement to fly upwards, and I will totally use my whole action to launch a bolt at it while it's prone.
Okay.
In fact, Telspar had a walloping bolt ready to go,
Okay.
but he didn't want to be prone. What would that do if he had a walloping bolt, like, and hit him while he was prone? It wouldn't do anything, right? He'd just stay there?
Well, the benefit of the walloping bolts are that they are magic, and so they will go past. They will make it past his damage immunities. So normally he is immune to fire, poison, psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks, or not made with adamantine weapons. So.
Alright, so it's not exactly a waste of a walloping bolt then, right?
No.
Cool.
It just deals
That's what-
bludgeoning damage.
It was in the chamber. That is a 22 plus 11 to hit.
Wow.
33.
Yeah, that hits.
Do I get to add my sneak attack damage?
No. Oh, yes, because you have advantage on the attack. He's prone.
I do have advantage on the attack because he's prone, right?
Correct.
$34 damage.
Okay. All right.
And I guess there's no point in making the DC 10 strength check, right?
Doing what now?
Doing the DC 10 strength check to avoid being knocked over because he's already knocked over.
That is, yeah, no, he's already prone, so that he can't be double prone.
Alright,
Okay.
this is my turn.
Okay. So the golem. So when you flew up, how far did you fly up?
How far is it to where the top of the broken stairs would be?
20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 20 feet then.
Okay. So he uses half his movement to stand up. There's not a whole lot he can do. He has reach with his sword for 10 feet, but that's not going to reach you. And he's got poison breath, but that's a 15-foot cone. So he is going to ready an action until you are within range.
Ranges him the whole time.
And that's all he can do right now.
Lucky.
Back downstairs,
Ooh, okay.
cancel. What would you like to do? I can find you guys. Oh my god, where, oh, there
Sorry,
it
I
is.
was making ramen.
No, you're good.
Run.
So you can hear the sounds of muffled yelling coming from up these stairs.
Let's go up the stairs then.
Okay. Alright, so. Here it is. I'm just gonna move all of you guys at once because it'll just make my life easier.
What's that noise?
Okay, so you get up into K12, and there are half dozen staves that are of various styles that are hung proudly on the walls at the top of the landing. It seems that each staff is of a different construction and style. There's a twisted birch branch, a sturdy oak dowel, a glittering haft of stone, a steel pole carved with blue runes, a dimpled copper staff topped with a copper crescent moon, and a blown glass cane capped with a black marble orb. As soon as you come into the room, all of the staves animate. And, well, I don't have anything for this, but we're just going to throw this guy on the board because he works. Animated staffs. Oh my god. It's been a while and I'm remembering a lot of the reasons why I hated Roll20. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so these animated staffs pop up and begin their attack. Cancel. What would you like to do?
Fireball.
Fireball?
Mm-hmm. Do a fire.
Okay. So, so if you throw a fireball, that's gonna ignite everybody in the room.
I can take it.
That's not really the question.
So, yeah, Shamish can take it. He's got fire resistance.
I can also just use my shield thing and I take no damage.
Right. So that's great for Shamish. I don't know how Brody, Narate, I don't know how they feel about this.
Next save, right?
Everyone just stand behind me.
I may not have thought about the room size, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a small room.
It's a small one.
Yeah, this room is like 20 feet wide by 40 feet long, so your fireball is going to fill this room.
What are we fighting again? I forget.
They're animated staves.
Just do it.
Why are you casting fireball? We can just chop at him.
Brody says just do it.
Just do it.
Alright.
What are
Alright.
you talking about? You spent months being all like, how come you don't have a fireball? How come you don't have a fireball? How come you don't have now you got a fireball and you're like, why the fuck would you want to use a fireball?
I never said how come you don't have fireball. I never teased him.
I did.
Use it. Narate can take it.
So the staves get a nat 1 on their save.
Wait.
So you're going to do double damage. I don't know if an animated staff can trip, but
Is it possible to jump into flame?
yes. The staff's all bunched together trying to block the fireball.
You're gonna probably disintegrate this thing.
Just the save.
So, Brody and Narate and Shamish need to make dex saves. And I guess so does Cancel, because, I mean, you basically dropped a grenade at your own feet.
Yeah, of course.
Booming rapier.
Yes, I got 21 on my dexterity save.
So you'll take half damage. What'd you get?
13.
So what's your Cancel? What's your spell save DC?
18.
Okay, so
I have evasion, so I'm taking half.
yeah.
Toasted monk.
Yes. Naked monk now. I'd probably not have no robes on. Damn linen. I knew I shouldn't have used tent tarp
35.
to make my robes out of. What? How much?
Full damage is 35.
Okay, so all of the staves are just immediately incinerated.
I just take it then. Shield.
So Brody takes 17, Narate takes 17. Cancel. You need to save it against your own spell.
I fail, but I take resistance on magical damage.
That's true. So you take 17. And Shamish, what'd you get?
What's the same for? Like dexterity?
Yep.
21.
Okay, so you take 8 because of your resistance.
No, can't I just take 0 because I have the shield
Right.
mastering bead?
Right. So you would take 0.
Yeah, 0. Easy. Oh, wait. I kind of want to see what's in K14.
So Brody, there is a door to the at the top of these stairs. There is a door to the southeast. There's a door to the northeast, and the muffled yelling that you've been hearing is coming from the door to the southeast. And at this point, you can kind of hear, "Hey, let me out of here!" And this door, there's a sliding window at about human eye length.
Okay.
So you could slide the window open to look inside if you would like to.
Nah, we'll just open the door. I kick open the door!
Yeah.
So the door is locked.
Oh. I kick the door again.
She could have had a couple of lock pickers, but no.
Make your attack roll with advantage because it's a door.
20?
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Shit.
Door
Go ahead,
goes flying.
go ahead and roll double damage.
Oh, 2d8 of it?
Ooh.
Oh, double 8s. This door is dead, man.
Okay. So
All 21 points of damage.
The door is obliterated.
Yeah.
Nothing is left.
Never seen a door look so defeated before.
yes, this door just looks depressed. make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a spell that would go off as soon as the door was
Nope.
opened.
Nope. Okay. So the first punch goes bump against the door, and just before your second punch cracks into the door, you hear, "No, wait, don't!" And you crack open the door, and the door splits open, and just as it splits open, you can see that the wood splits through the middle of a glyph of warding on the other side of the door that then pops blindness.
Blind now.
So you are blinded for 1 minute.
If that were me, my blind side would come in handy.
If only it were me. Yeah. So you punch up this door, you're like, ah! And the blindness goes off, and sitting in the middle of this room, you see this about 3 foot tall gargoyle standing. Well, you don't see it, but the rest of you guys see it. That there's this gargoyle standing there with his hand, or with their hands on their hips, and says, "Well, I would have told you that there was a glyph of blindness, or glyph of warding with the blindness deafness spell on it."
Oh well, you kind of said it too late.
So, well, who are you guys, anyways?
We were sent here by a little kid who said there was some weird shit.
Oh yeah. yes. Yeah, the small portly lad.
Yeah.
She says, my apology. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lady Gondefrey.
Oh. I think
Yeah, you're the one we were trying to find.
She says, well, I'm so happy that his message got out. I didn't think anybody would believe that there was a paladin that has been turned into a gargoyle.
we've seen weirder.
That's pretty much true. You've created weirder. There was the whole thing with the baby kraken.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully there was just one paladin turned into a gargoyle, because there's another couple of gargoyles that are just nothing but, pebbles down the bottom of the tower.
Yeah, you didn't have any friends, right? A couple of squires following you around. She says, well, right. Yes, you see, I was captured by a wizard named Kolat, and he had turned me into a gargoyle, you see, using a magical experiment to fuse me with that of the elemental nature. Manchun found it quite hilarious and has kept me locked in this room as a form of amusement for him.
Yeah, that actually kind of seems amusing.
Shamish asks, hey, do you want to be my follower? Because my gargoyle sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, at least they're a paladin, so that wouldn't be too bad. But they're a gargoyle.
So she says, I've been trapped in here since 1379. The year right now is 1492.
Oh boy. Who wants to catch her up with that?
I'm just gonna say, okay, why? It was since 1370s.
Oh, I imagine there's probably all manner of new nobles at court for me to meet.
Wait.
It's
so
been
what
over
year-
100 years.
Yeah.
Oh, heavens, time flies.
You need to come to Troll Skull Manor and take a week to reacclimate, get out of this place.
Yeah. Is there a
How
way to-
can I release you from your earthly bindings?
is there a way to turn her back?
No thanks. I'll keep the cancer. Well, I'm not exactly certain. I figured that I would go and see what I could find out from the Blackstaff. Perhaps they know a way of changing me from the elemental nature that I've been afflicted with.
Did you say black staff?
Can I
Yes.
get inside
The-
check to see if I can, or like any check? I don't know what that would be.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
The current Blackstaff of Waterdeep is Vajra, who took over from Kelvin. Kelvin Blackstaff.
27.
So, what exactly are you trying to determine the nature, or?
I'm trying to figure out if I can make her. She was a human, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out if I can make her human again.
If
Like,
it's a curse, then you
remove
can
curse spell.
And what'd you get on your Arcana check?
27.
On a 27, you kind of give her a once-over, and you're fairly certain that nothing short of a wish spell can change her back.
Boy, oh boy, that
Not true. Totally not true. You just need a whole bunch of druids, and you just keep resurrecting until you hit human.
And one whole onion.
Yeah, you just keep just every time she pops up as a Kenku or an elf. You
Just-
nope, didn't make
Just keep reincarnating her.
it. Just reincarnate over.
We're gonna
and
need
over till you hit
we're gonna need several purple heartwoods.
What about a divine intervention? Would that work?
Roll percentage dice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Last time you tried that.
Let's
Yeah,
get your
if this doesn't work, I'm switching gods.
50% chance.
What's the percent chance I need to aim for?
Like
You,
10.
you need to get under 10.
Oh my god.
Well, it's a long distance call, so
You do have inspiration, so you know, just try that.
Deposit one level before making.
7.
you got a 7.
I got a 7. Let's go.
Your
Now has been like, yeah, I've never helped you.
your god
Other than- yeah.
hears your prayer and grants you one use of the wish spell.
Wish for Kurt's great axe.
If you don't wish for what the god thought you were wishing for, you may not have that god anymore.
there are consequences, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to wish to make her a
A troll.
physical condition as good as I can do a human being.
So now state that again.
Break the curse.
Yeah, basically just make her normal self again.
Okay.
And if I can get extra benefits, like extra wisdom,
Make her a
score,
level 20 paladin.
So you cast the single-use wish spell, and Lady Gondifrey is bathed in white light, and for a moment she's so bright that you can't really stand to look at her. Brody doesn't have a problem with that, but
I can. I'm actually a light cleric
that's true.
of the.
I also have
So,
And she glows bright white as a star for just a moment, and when it comes back down, you see a blonde woman with cropped hair standing in plate armor before you and kneeling, or not standing before you, but kneeling on one knee before you, and holding out her hand to take yours in thanks for restoring her.
handshake.
While we're shaking hands or whatever, I pull her close to me. I'm like, "You owe me, lady." It's the one time my god has answered it, and it's only been for someone else.
That's still a
Well, you are a cleric. I mean,
That's kind of the way it goes, dude.
I say it nicely.
Yeah, and then she ages to her true age right in front of you, and you're holding
it turns to dust. Yeah. No, I won't be that cruel. Tassie.
No, I say, come over to the Greenleaf Tavern. There we can,
There's so much lag, it's really bad.
Yeah.
That's the wrong time.
oh yeah, no, that's lag.
Oh yeah, you sound like a robot.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad lag going on. Let's take like a 5-minute break, and why don't we restart Skype, and we'll see if we can't fix some of that lag. Okay. I'm going to restart Skype.